بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبته أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back to the Hikam. Alhamdulillah, Sayyidina Imam Ibn Ata'Allah Askandari rahimahullah ta'ala. We reach now the 32nd Hikam, and this one is really heavy because it gets to kind of like the first Hikam, the deeper underlying reasons why we do things. And it touches on something which is very subtle in our emergent religiosity. He says, Rahimahullah, tashawwufuk ila ma batana fik min al-uyub. Tashawwuf here means like your interest, or you seeking or wanting or hoping for what is in you, deep in you from mistakes. Al-uyub. In other words, and why he says batan is because usually uyub, they're hidden from who? From the one who's carrying them. So Allah is al-batin, right? The subtle. So batana is something that's hidden, but it's very subtle, it's very difficult to find it. So ma batana fika min al-uyub. You longing to uncover and discover what is discreetly hidden in you from mistakes. Khayrun is better min tashawwufika ila ma hujiba alayka min al-ghuyub. Is better for you than longing and seeking to uncover those things that have been hidden from you in the unseen. And what he means here is karamat, the gifts of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he's touching on something very profound. And we talk about this also in the 40 hadith under the 9th hadith in the second part. That Islam encourages us to start with removing bad and harm before acquiring good. And of course, it's not like this binary, like this or that, but we should be focused on our evil more than focused on like secondary good, foundational good, of course, like salah, fasting, all that we have to do. What the Shaykh is saying is that oftentimes people don't want to get down and get their hands dirty and address their own ratchetness. And instead they want to chase, oh, Allah is going to bless me with this. I have this spiritual experience. I saw lights. I saw this. I had this experience. I felt this way, blah, 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 blah. Shaykh, he said, that's not a good thing. He says, تَشَوُّفُكْ إِلَى مَا بَطَنَ فِيكَ مِنَ الْعُيُوبِ, to long and desire to uncover what has been discreetly hidden in you from mistakes and errors. خَيْرٌ مِنْ تَشَوُّفُكْ, is better for you than تَشَوُّفِكْ إِلَى مَا حُجِبَ عَنْكَ مِنَ الْغُيُوبِ, then uncovering like karamat and gifts and this and this and this. So instead of seeing my relationship with Allah as one that is commodified and what I'm always getting and always achieving, let me reorient, and this is the theme of these last few hikam, my approach and my relationship with Allah. How do I become al-wasiluna ilay? How do I become as-sa'iruna ilay? Is by limiting my luggage. And what is my luggage? My sins, my evil, and my mistakes. Let me work on that so I can lighten my load, and that makes the path and the travel easier. And also it shows I'm sincere, because the Shaykh, he says something here. Wallahi, Shaykh al-Sharnubi, he says, Rahimahullah ta'ala, naf'anallahu ta'ala bihi, he says something really nice. He says, أي أن تطلعك بعين البصيرة إلى ما بطن, that you are able to, with great discernment, look into yourself and find what has been khafi fik min al-uyub, what has been hidden from you of mistakes, wal-amrad al-qalbiyya, and the diseases of the heart, kal-kibri, like arrogance, wal-hidqi, hatred, wal-ujub, being amazed by myself, wal-riya'i, showing off, wal-sum'a, ostentationalism, wal-mudahana, lying and flattering people and being a hypocrite, wal-hubbi riyasa, loving power, wal-ja, and loving to be, held in high esteem, wa-nahwi dhalika, hatta tatawajjahu همتك إلى زوال ذلك بالرياضة والمجاهدة خير لك من تطلعك إلى ما حجب عنك ما أغيب. Focusing on those things, the diseases of the heart and the inner illnesses, is better than looking at the external, like what is Allah giving me from the gifts, the karamat. أي ما غاب عنك, what has been hidden from you in this world. كالأسرار الإلهية, the secrets that Allah unveils to those who know Him of His knowledge. والكرامات الكونية, and the gifts that Allah can give us in this life. لأن هذا, listen to what He says, لأن هذا حظ نفسك, because that is something that's for your soul. Like it's something that your soul wants. We all want to graduate, we all want to grow, right? وذلك واجب عليك لربك فإن نفسك تطلب الكرامة ومولاك مطالبك بالاستقامة. Allahu Akbar. He says that the nafs, they look for karamat, they look for these gifts, but Allah has demanded obedience and consistent obedience regardless. Because as He says in the first hukum, من علامات الاعتماد على العمل نقصان الرجاء عند وجود الزلل. When things aren't going my way in the what's called al-wujud, in the world around me, do I waver? Then that's a sign that my trust isn't in the right place. So that's what He's getting at here. That the best way to go about this is to just work on ourselves. And that's better than trying to find the secrets of creation, the light of creation. You know, people get into this weird stuff, right? Khalas, just work on ourselves. Again, the statement is so beautiful. لأن هذا حظ نفسك وذلك واجب عليك لربك فإن نفسك تطلب الكرامة ومولاك مطالبك بالاستقامة. Ya Allah, it should be written in gold, man. Your nafs seek gifts, but Allah demands consistency. ولأن تكن بحق مولاك خير من أن تكن بحظ نفسك وهواك. And it's better that you establish what Allah has obligated upon you than seeking what is going to please and align with the desires of your soul, even though it's looking for karamat. Because oftentimes when people are looking for those kind of good things, they get deceived. They get deceived. But by sticking to the Sharia and limiting my sin and addressing my evil, I'm now doing that bare bones work. وَهَذِهِ الْحِكْمَةُ عُمْدَةٌ فِي طَرِيقِ الْقَوْمِ. He said this is the foundation of the orthodox Sunni Sufis. فَطَهِّرْ نَفْسَكَ مِنْ أَنْوَاعِ الرَّزَائِلِ قَبْلَ أَنْ يَتَوَجَّهُ عَلَيْهَا اللَّوْمِ. And he says that, work on yourself and work on those bad qualities before you and I become blameworthy. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us. Because if I'm looking for good, but I'm steeped in evil and sin, that's a problem. Because the good should inspire me to stop sinning in the first place. The gifts of Allah should be a means of inspiration. فَاذْكُرُونِي أَذْكُرْكُمْ. Remember, I remember you. لَإِن شَكَرْتُمُونِي أَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. If you are thankful to me, I will increase you. So the Shaykh again is talking about switching how we see things and switching our approach to life. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala يوفقنا وإياكم. بارك الله فيكم وصلى الله وسلم على سيدنا محمد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.